the starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And as always, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge joining us from the sideline. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Mr. Incredible. Great one out there with Armstrong. And it's Meyer in at the shooting guard. And for Washington, Peters out there with Bennett. Then there's Wells. And it's Battle in at the power forward. Well, we know the players enjoyed the rest they get during All-Star Weekend. But Greg, you think it should be moved to later in the season?
I like how the current format splits up the season, but it seems more fair to hold an All-Star towards the end of the season so that voters get a more complete look at each player.
And it's Chicago to start out. Here's Armstrong. There's the pass to Sparks. Here's Law. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Here's Washington now.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Well, we'll see how they respond after that weak performance. It should tell us a lot about their character as a team.
Here's Peters. Here's Bennett. And again, Washington with the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Passes it to Armstrong. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Law misses. Here's Peters. To the right side. Bennett. No good on the triple. For Chicago, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Armstrong, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow. He got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Wells, out to the wing. And Bennett the bucket on the assist from Wells. Bennett's got his third basket of the night right there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And here's Armstrong. 11 points for him in that last game again. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Law. And again, no good by Chicago.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
Here's the great one. Last time out, he had 13 points. And there's the pass to Law. Pass to Mr. Incredible. To the middle. Here's Hendricks. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, it took them 5 tries, but they showed they can make a basket, I guess.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Battle. And Washington again with the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
Chicago trails by 10. Pass to Law. Here's the great one. He kicks it to Armstrong. Here's Sparks. Washington with the rebound.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Bennett, and Bennett throws it down.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Here is Mr. Incredible. He had a 15-point outing in their last game again.
And we'd be remiss not to mention his incredible rebounding. Just a force on the backboards.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
He can't hit that time.
And you can see they're struggling from the field.
Here's Peters. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's up a three. And again, Washington with the triple.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
The pass to Long. Meyer. He's covered by Bennett. Passes it to Long to stop the run. Got a piece of it. Pass to Mr. Incredible. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Meyer. And again, Chicago. No good. Washington leading now by 15. Shot by Bennett. No good. Chicago with the ball.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the court.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. So both teams changing it up here. Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball.
I mean, it's about the pace they played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Rogers. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Now, here's Bennett. He's coming off a 19-point game against Toronto.
And a big part of that was his aggressiveness, drawing contact, and getting to the line.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Pass to Rogers. The pass to Sparks. Passes it to Law. Here's Baldwin. The basket good off the assist from Law.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Washington leading now by 12. Bennett with it. He's got 14. Bellamy offline with his three.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Baldwin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul, second team foul.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Washington.
For 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. For Washington, they've gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Now Bennett puts the move on, and that's 2 points on the way. Bennett's got 16.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Pass to Rogers. Here's Law. Pass to Rogers. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Washington with the rebound. Now here's Bennett. He's got 16. Inside, Reynolds. And G with the stuff.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Chicago calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for G. Good season for him last year. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, not playing outside himself, but finding lots of chances to do his thing and affect the game.
Rogers against Robertson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All the officials are all over that one.
Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
No good on that one. He hits the 2nd from the line. Here's Bennett. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. From deep, Robertson. That one's not going to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Rogers can't make the basket. Washington leading now by 13. Here's Bennett. It balls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, and even up big, still playing the right way, keeping that aggressive nature and attacking the rim.
Sullivan. He's covered by Bennett. Here's Baldwin. Count that one. Baldwin's got 6 points.
He saw a path to the rim, and he took it. The defense just couldn't stop him.
Here's Bennett. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Washington looking at a 13-point lead heading into
14. Okay, fans, get on up for your Washington.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
So for Chicago right now, Baldwin out there with the great one. Then there's Armstrong. And it's Meyer in at the 2. Chicago trails by 15. Here's Law. Feet out, and it's denied. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
And not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
Here's Armstrong. From outside, off the mark. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Peters passes to Rhodes. Over Armstrong. Hits the jump hook. And Washington leads by 17.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Here is Armstrong. Baldwin. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Here's Peters. He's covered by Armstrong. The pass to Battle. And it's the great one with the rebound.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Good on the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Battle. Oh, that's blocked. Passes to Armstrong from past the arc. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Chicago ball.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Washington foul. Peters. First personal foul. First team foul.
They get it back. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Chicago shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
And the second free throw, good. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Rhodes, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm. And it's still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Third team foul.
Pass to Law. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And they recover it. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It will be a rejump.
Washington with the ball. Washington leading now by 14. There's the pass to Rhodes. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
He's on a bit of a heater now. He hasn't missed one this quarter yet.
Second person.
Chicago making a switch here, and he's got his first chance at the line here.
Shooting for Washington.
Chicago trails by 17. Passes it to Meyer. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
For Chicago, they have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. And the first one drops. Second free throw, no good. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Pass to Battle. Up and in on the layup. He has 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now the pass to Meyer. Here's Law. Pass to Meyer. Over Wells. The shot, no good. And it's Washington the other way. Pass to Peters. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Chicago calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. You can't be happy with that soft interior D.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Rodgers passes to Meyer. Here's Baldwin. That one a little long.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
They get it again. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pass to Meyer. Five on the clock. Out left of the wing. From downtown, the shot's good from Rodgers.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Tipped away. Sullivan. He's covered by Bennett. Scooped up. Sullivan. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Bennett the pass to Rhodes. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
2 minutes
Now
remaining.
here's Bennett.
2 minutes.
18 points for him. Out to the right wing. Here's Battle. And that one is stuffed right through.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Rodgers passes to Baldwin, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And the pass to Bennett. Robertson outside. Shot clock at 5. .102 left to play here in the half. Unloads from 9. It's not going to go for him. And it's Washington the other way. 22 is their biggest lead. Passes it to Bennett. Pass to Robertson. Here's Battle, and there's the second dunk to finish it off.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Meyer passes to Sullivan. Misses the 3.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Ball goes to Chicago. Substitution on the court.
6 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Washington feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Jason Kidd. Jason, how do you feel about your...
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Well, for Washington, Kenny, how'd you see it?
Their control of the boards is a big reason for this lead. Seems like it might have been their game plan coming in. Send multiple guys to the rim when the shot goes up.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
First of all, where's the intensity on D? You think when a team is pushing you like this, at least try to put a stop to it. Nope. Just keep giving up open looks, letting the lead get bigger and bigger and bigger.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Washington leading now by 17. We've got Bennett. Peters out there with Wells, and it's Battle in at the four-man position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Now, here's Wells. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Rhodes passes to Peters. From deep three-point range. Kept alive by Washington. They shoot again. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
Over to the left wing. And here's Bennett. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Armstrong with it. Uncovered. No good. Shot missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Nice shot by Bennett.
They are just killing them on the interior.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture.
Armstrong passes to Law. Here's the great one. Kicks to Law. Pass to Hendricks. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Clock at 4. Fires from deep. Rebound, Washington. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Peters. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Bennett. Here's Battle. And he makes good on the layup.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Chicago trails by 21. Chicago calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
So both teams making some changes here. Now Armstrong. And there's the pass to Hendricks. And again, no good by Chicago. Here's Bennett, and Bennett throws it down.
Operation Feed the Horse. Feed them early and often. And guess what? It's working. They have the lead.
Passes it to Meyer. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And he banks in the layup. He's got 7.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart him, kind of wake them up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
Nice shot by Bennett.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Pass to Peters. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 6. Bennett the pass to Rose, and he comes up with the deuce.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
At the line for one.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Pass to Wall. Here's the great one. There's the pass to Rogers. Shot, high post, and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Timeout is charged.
Rogers has got his second bucket tonight. Washington calls timeout.
There they are, fans. Your Washington Redskins.
Washington leading now by 21. Knocked away. Bennett the pass to Rhodes. Right wing. Here's Sullivan. Another three for Chicago.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Now here's Bennett, guarded by Rogers. And in this era of player movement, Greg, we're seeing guys often pick teams on fit or style of play. When they look at that, what are they looking into?
You want to have fun coming to work every day, Kevin. I mean, the money they're making, most guys are going to be set for life. But I think they recognize it's about the journey and who you have the opportunity to take that journey with.
And Chicago has possession after the basket by Washington. Here's Sparks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Clearly a foul.
In a moment here, we'll take a look at the scoring breakdown for Washington. Bellamy checked in for Washington. Robertson comes in for Bennett. No luck that time either. Washington leading now by 20. Poke loose. G kicks to Peters. Out to the right wing. Down low. Here's Reynolds. And Washington again with the bucket.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Sullivan the pass to Law. Here is Mr. Incredible. Here's the great one. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
For Chicago, they have shot 50% from the line, 6 of 12 so far. He misses the free throws.
Taking 2 shots.
He's off on the second.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. No question he got bumped on that shot.
For Washington, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Good on the second free throw. For Chicago, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Rogers against Robertson. The fader. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Washington leading now by 23. Wide open. That's good on the jump shot. Robertson's got his first points in this one.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here is Rogers. Here's Hendricks. And he drops in the layup off the glass. The great one's got 5.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
1:51 left in the third. The shot by Bellamy, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Passes it to Sullivan. Pass to Mr. Incredible. 6 to shoot. Alley-oop try, and it's sent back by Robertson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Third personal foul, fourth team foul.
For Washington, they have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
Robertson, 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Robertson. And Washington making a change here. Wells is checked in. And Chicago also making a switch. Oakley's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Law, the pass to Sparks. He kicks to Law. 5 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Here's Sparks. Rebound, Washington. Intercepted. Banked in off the glass. 7 points in the game.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
On deep, Robertson. No good that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And the foul called on G.
Third team
That's foul number 2 for him. So it's both teams making substitutions here. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Here's Sullivan. The rebound by Bennett. Washington leading now by 23. And Bennett throws it down.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Here's Meyer, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight, and he makes the first. Chicago making a switch here. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Here's Peters. And so it's Washington, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So for Chicago right now,
Sparks.
Great one out there with Mr. Incredible. Then there's Rogers. Then there's Armstrong. And it's Meyer in at the 2. Peters passes to Bennett. No good on the 3.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, you thought it would continue, but he's cooled off a little bit here now.
And here's Armstrong. Pass to Sparks. Over Bennett. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. And it's 6 points for Mr. Incredible.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Bennett kicks to Peters. Here's Battle. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Fourth personal foul.
One of the biggest changes in the NBA since I started broadcasting back in the early 80s, player movement. Guys switching teams all the time. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for the NBA?
I think for players, it's great because you have more mobility. You have a chance to change your environment and revitalize you. For the fans, I understand. Probably not so much because really they connect to these players, especially when you draft them or they're part of an epic year or a championship. You just hate to see those players go. So there's two sides to it.
And I bet as a player, knowing you as I do, you probably enjoy the challenge of trying to reassert yourself, find out where you could best help your new team.
Yes, and you enjoy your new role. I've been in roles where I was expected to be a leading scorer. I've also been in a role where I was expected to mentor Kawhi Leonard, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes. All those guys were drafted at my time in Golden State.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Now, here's Bennett. Now the pass to Bennett. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
He's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Rogers. Here is Mr. Incredible. Armstrong with it. Pass to Rogers. From the corner. That shot is off. Now Bennett. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Second personal foul.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And the first one at the line is good. As you go back and look at the last few seasons, RJ, it seems like team success has largely been predicated on health. Do you feel like that has always been the case?
I don't remember there being as many injuries early in my career, even with guys that were playing all 82 games. But you're right. Recently, we've seen a lot of key injuries. And look, this is my theory. Before, players used to get away from the game a little bit, take a couple of months off. Now players are staying in shape 24/7. Like they never take a break. And I think that's why we might be seeing players break down a little bit more.
Yes or no answer. Too many games at 82 in the regular season should be less than it.
Don't you ever ask me that question. Give me 82. I'd rather you bump it to 83 just to remove all doubt. A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Armstrong passes to Rogers. Kicks to Long. Pass to Sparks. Picked him clean. Bennett inside. He's covered by Armstrong. It's good.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Tries from 7. Here's Hendricks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Shooting.
First free throw is good.
Hendricks. 2 shots.
That one misses. Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble, and he drinks, he said, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for. And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Here's Armstrong. No good. And Washington the other way now.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Here's Bennett. Nails it from the high post. Bennett's got 34 points.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
To the right side. And the pass to Hendricks. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Sparks. And it's blocked. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Call.
Chicago with the ball. Now here's Bennett, guarded closely. And there it is for him. Bennett's got 36.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Richard, 2004 was the last time that the NBA expanded. Now, some say Seattle and maybe Las Vegas could before long have teams of their own. What do you think?
Washington.
Oh, please give me Seattle back. Please give me Vegas back. You know what I would give to have those two cities back in our league and I have to travel to them? Look, but you must have deep pockets. Let's be honest with yourself. The franchises now are selling for over $3 billion. You got to think that the expansion fee will at least be that much per team.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. House is checked in. The Wizard comes in for the great one. Oakley, he's checked in for Rogers. And McDaniel has subbed in for Armstrong. And stolen by Bennett. Drops in the layup for two. Bennett's got 39.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Passes to House. To the inside, here's McDaniel. Can't connect from short range. For Washington, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Bennett takes it off the glass. Bennett's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Here's
2
McDaniel.
minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And so much great talent coming into the league, Greg, every year. That 2021 draft class, in particular, looks very strong.
Absolutely. Anytime you got just a couple potential stars, but from the looks of it, upwards of 5, you know it's been a special draft.
Here's McDaniel after the basket by Washington. Shot to stop the run. The shot off that time. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Washington.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season. Nice shot by Bennett. Bennett's got 47 points.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And the shot goes in. Bennett's got 49 points in the game.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Law, chalk up 2 there.
Law. Assistant, Oakley.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bennett. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul, 15.
That free throw good from Bennett.
Shooting for Washington. Bennett taking 2 shots.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Oakley. Washington with the rebound. And Washington can just let the clock run down here. To the paint. Pass to Bennett. From deep. Off on that one. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.